Hello, Eagle fans. Many of you probably saw the dramatic events of last week, probably the least of which was the snow in the nest, which is unusual for Redding. Guardian came into the nest on February 25th, injured, apparently from a fight with some other bird. And the other dramatic incident was an intruder actually coming into the nest on March 1st. If you haven't seen those videos, I recommend that you go back in the stream and take a look at those. Today I'd like to add context and additional videos and photos, but let's take a look in review. This is full speed. Guardian is closest to us, and the intruder was forced quickly from the nest by Guardian. Let's take one more look at that in slow motion this time. It's a subadult. And Guardian did not receive injuries. Okay, the subadult there on the upper left has dark feathers around the eyes and back of the eyes, the auriculars. And you'll see on the left there that it also has dark feathers in the tail and along the base of the tail band. So let's start to put this into context. This is a video clip of Guardian showing his injuries when he came into the nest on February 25th. He had additional, perhaps a laceration on his left foot. He has since healed very quickly and very nicely. But at the time, we did not know where he got into a scrap, and nobody witnessed the fight. So let's take a look at some of the chief suspects. Over the last several months, the ground crew has seen many juvenile, immature, and a couple of subadult eagles. And while the juvenile and immatures had been seen in the last couple weeks, a subadult had not. So we didn't have verifiable proof that there was a subadult who might be challenging for a mate and or the territory until later on. When the intruder came into the nest, I think it was 4 days after the fight, we had that verifiable proof that there was a subadult in the area that might be challenging. Today we have additional photos and videos provided by Terry, who was on the ground immediately after the intruder incident on March 1st. We will see her video and photos a little bit later. Again, this video is about context, so let me play something else for you real quick. Guardian and Liberty are always tracking birds from the nest. You might always see that, but we're not always sure what they are. This is an example of a bird that comes a little bit too close. Guardian gives an alert trill. These birds could include hawks, eagles, but probably mostly turkey vultures. And you'll see here maybe 8 to 10 different birds that Guardian was watching. None of these would be direct challengers for the nest, except probably the adult and subadult bald eagle. So let's reset things here. This is the March 1st intruder incident. After Guardian pushed the subadult out of the nest, he settled down over the egg, but he continued to look towards the south, and we didn't know why until Terry arrived. Terry is the founder of the Friends of the Redding Eagles, and she is frequently down there as a member of our ground crew. She's got thousands of hours observing Liberty and her mates and offspring. All of that is very valuable and appreciated. So what she saw about 50 minutes after the intrusion is that the subadult intruder was still perched in the nest tree, which is why Guardian was not happy about it. Liberty flew in and flushed the subadult, but it remained flying around the area. Let's take a look at Terry's video and her commentary.
Let's go. What do we got going here? Okay, maybe that was Liberty. Okay, Liberty just came in. Okay, intruder circling around. That was Lib. It's coming back. Come out a little bit. There it goes. That's the intruder. And Guardian are trolling. Still pretty bold here. Sticking pretty close to this nest. Okay, you can hear Liberty. Already in trilling up there. Close encounter here today, March 1st, 2023. She didn't have any contact with it, as you saw. She came on the land where it was landing. And it kind of saw her coming and got out of there. Good teamwork. Good job, Lab. Tell her to come in.
So that's what Terry saw. This is a combined event. I overlaid Terry's video over the top of what the cam shot at the same time. This is Guardian, none too happy about the intruder. I think Guardian has a fix on the intruder here. You can see he's not very happy. I think here he sees it land in the nest tree, and he's about to see Liberty approach and flush it. You'll see the other video overlaying at the same time. You can see Guardian watch the other eagle, the intruder, fly around the nest. You'll see it here on the overlaying video. He continues to follow it. You'll see a shadow. It was really quite gutsy of this eagle to stay in the area. And based on a lot of continued alerts, it may still be in the area. So that kind of gives you a broader sense of what was happening at the time. That's Liberty on the branch there, and that's Guardian in the nest. Let's take a look at that subadult, some still images that Terry shot. You'll see the dark feathers behind the eyes. This is on a branch in the nest tree. That's Liberty after she landed in the exact same spot where that intruder was. I think she came in to say, this is my nest, my tree. And that again is the subadult intruder. You can see the dark feathers along the tail band there. Beautiful images by Terry, and I thank her for allowing me to share these with you. So in context, where are we now? Guardian and Liberty appear to be in reasonably good health. The egg appears to be in good shape at this point, but there does seem to be a challenge by at least one subadult eagle for either a mate and or a territory. I think what we can do now is to keep the hope, trust the eagles that they have this handled, and continue to observe. Folks, that's this incident in context. The best I have for videos and images. My thanks to all the contributors, Terry and Mike, for their images. And until next time, folks, be safe and be well.